Another comedian, Michael Blackson, coming at Katt Williams after that Shay interview he did, dissing all the comedians. In this video, we're going to see another comedian coming at Katt Williams, and it's just more and more comedians coming at him. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Click on that like button. And be sure to watch the video all the way to the end, so like that, YouTube can push the content out to more people. But without further ado, take a look at this video where Michael Blackson is destroying Katt Williams.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Dima, crap walk music! One thing I love about being Black or an African American or FB or ADOS is that typically when we don't like you, everybody knows. We're not the kind of people that hide how we feel. That's a little bit different from some of the other brothers and sisters in the diaspora. I'm here living in Africa right now, so when people dislike you here, they have an ability to play it off. So they can still be friends with you or at least act friendly towards you when they're really not. But Negroes from the States, if we don't like your ass, you're going to know.
And you know what? In today, with social media, responding to anybody, that's marketing. That's just giving them a shout out and getting them to talk and say something. So to me, this is all marketing and making more money. The more views you get, the more money you get.
We are not going to be, for the most part, hanging around you, being cool with you. We're going to get as far as away from you, or we're going to tell your ass about yourself. That might be different again from our African brothers and sisters. And that is why I believe Katt Williams looks at Michael Blackson in a different way because of the upbringing. Now, recently, Michael Blackson, 3 weeks ago, was at a particular interview. He had this to say about Brother Katt Williams.
You mentioned Katt Williams a little bit earlier, man. You know, I seen that he was kind of upset about some things you said on Drink Champs. Can you kind of go into your guys' friendship and everything, or you know what I'm saying, how all that happened?
You know what? I mean, I'm not gonna say me and Katt been like, you know, best friends or we're friends, but we're more like we've always been like associates. Like, you know, the thing with comedy, we all one big family because we all know the struggles we all went through.
And let me say this much. You know, Katt Williams during the Shay interview, he said that Michael Blackson, he makes comedy using like an African accent, when in reality, he doesn't have one. And what I'm hearing right now, he sounds like he has great English. But comment below, what do you think? Is he faking the African accent? Probably is, but I don't know.
You know what I mean? And whenever we see each other, it's like a bunch of brothers hanging out, you know, and we all have respect for each other, you know, because we know, like, you know, I respect Katt a lot. I mean, I know where he came from, you know, from Comic View. Cat in the Hat was his name. And then, of course, you know, got in the movie Friday After Next, and then boom, took that scene and rode it to the top and became a millionaire, successful guy from it. So I respect that, and I always loved him, you know. And
again, he sounds great in terms of his accent. So write down your description below or comment below. What do you think?
And I know you feel the same about me. You know, a kid came from a whole different continent, coming here to America and making it, taking that mother sucker thing and taking it to the whole next level. You know, so we have an ultimate respect for each other and love, brotherly, comedic love.
Now, if you listen to that, it sounds like, you know, Michael Blackson feels like Katt Williams respects him. Well, if Katt Williams respected you, why would he say this?
Most comedians don't get booed enough. I mean, this is how you end up with a Michael Blackson who's a real African doing a fake African accent. Okay, This guy is mad at me. All I did was give him the best advice of his life. Remember, he was wearing dirty dashikis. And I told him he needed to dress to be in the position that he's trying to say that he's in. And if you're the African king of comedy, sir, there's actually comedians in Africa doing comedy. If you're going to say that, you got to go to Africa and get a school, dude. Everybody got, you got to put in some work. And these guys, they take my advice. They change their whole persona. And then they hate me for it.
And by the way, that's the best advice you could give somebody, to be honest with them, not to be fake and tell them something that everybody else is telling them, like being a yes man. I don't think it's a good idea when somebody keeps telling you what everybody else is telling you and not being honest with you. To me, the best advice you can give anybody is that one right there. Just how you really feel about them and how they can improve, you know? What you're supposed to take out of that is get better. So again, shout out to Katt Williams. Protect Katt Williams at all costs.
And generally, I'm just too big to comment or make a statement about it or do a live or any of that.
Yeah, doesn't sound like respect to me. But hey, maybe I'm foul. But again, fast forward, Dima. Michael Blackson was recently at a comedy show, I believe, in Orlando, Florida, somewhere in Florida, where he finally got his get back on Katt Williams. And yeah, let's listen to these clips and see what he had to say.
About earthquake and read. Well, that's a comedian. Not a spelling bee champion. Read 3,000 book. Read to that motherfucker. Talk about phase on his fat. He's not fat. He's just physically challenged. Okay. Telling me to build a school. I ain't gonna tell them to build a school. You never been nowhere close to a school. That's not close to a school of 14-year-old choked down. You want to build a school so more kids can you up? I heard that.
You know, when you listen to his accent, it's a little bit more African when he does stand up, I think.
Is that here, motherfucker? Come on, motherfucker. I heard that punk nigga. That's a kid.
You got a fake Katt Williams.
You know, fucking Chihuahua Williams. Katt Williams. I call that Katt Williams, motherfucker. That line so good, you almost convinced me that what he said about me was true. Talking about my real African with a fake accent. He's a fake pimp with a real perm, bitch. You gonna talk about he told me to build a school. Who the randomly tell his friend to build a school? That's like me telling his friend to build a gym.
Sounds like he got a lot of hate. You know, he got a lot of hate towards Katt Williams.
Lying now, talking about he read 3,000 books a year. For real? The only thing that he got read 3,000 times was his Miranda Rice. That nigga got more mugshots than Bobby Brown. Talk about he run a 4.3. For real? Only two run a 4.3. Athletes and a crackhead. And that nigga ain't no athlete, okay? If I ever tell you to pass the rock, he's not talking about no damn basketball. You gonna talk about Steve Harvey had a fake wig? Okay, that's true. Okay, and he had like a black loofah. But you mean talk about Kevin Hart? But that's midget crime. I'm gonna leave that alone. Fuck that.
So we did hear that, and you know, we can say that it is sort of funny. And I guess a lot of people thought that it was hilarious. Some of the jokes were okay, but obviously he's no Katt Williams. My question to Michael Blackson is this: when you're on Wild and Out, you know, why you didn't have nothing to say then? That's my question. You know, here's a situation I want to talk about with people. right? We got to be able to understand when people don't like us. It don't really need to be a reason why they don't like you. Okay, we're always trying to be friendly with people who don't like you, and they've shown you several times. Like Katt Williams has went out of his way to show this guy that he doesn't care for him. Yet he's still trying to be friendly with Katt Williams. He's still trying to be, somebody who feels like Katt Williams respects you. Bro, just because y'all did a movie together, he don't deal with you like that for whatever reason. I don't think it's because he's from Africa or anything like that. He just thinks the guy is corny. And let me just be honest. A lot of people think that Michael Blackson is corny. All right? They think his comedy is corny. It's cringe. It's not real. It's not legit. But that's an opinion. But to sit here and then try to clown the guy after you've been having your chance when y'all was on the same stage and you wasn't saying nothing, you was out there just taking those L's, then try to get some, L's off of him now, that's whack. And I believe Katt Williams is on a bigger tour than Michael Blackson right now.
And let me say this much. Again, him shouting out Michael Blackson or making fun of him, that's all marketing. There was another comedian called Michael Epps that was upset that that Katt Williams didn't shout him out or didn't mention his name. Because everybody he shouted his name is probably doing better thanks to Katt Williams shouting his name. So it's actually a favor today in social media for somebody else to even mention your name. So that's where I'm going to leave it there. Michael Blackson, it's just using the fact that Katt Williams make fun of him. Hey, it helped him develop more material and more jokes. But what do you think? Comment below. Katt Williams making fun of Michael Blackson is doing him a favor. Let's finish this video from O'Shea Jackson,
which is very interesting. And again, these guys in the comedy space, again, I'm not hating on anybody. I don't know Michael Blackson personally or anything like that. But Michael Blackson got to be serious, bro. All right? Got to be serious. Anybody who heard that and heard those jokes he said about Katt Williams, again, it's all right at best. But at the end of the day, bro, the guy doesn't like you. And sometimes we need to accept that. That's the one thing that I have learned as I've gotten older. I don't really need a reason as to why I don't like somebody. I just don't like that person. It's not like they did something. I don't want that person to believe well, that person respects me. No, that person doesn't like me. So therefore that person doesn't respect me. So fuck that person. That's just it. He don't like me for whatever reason. I don't like that person. F him. Like Brother George said, tell him to go eat beans. And that's how it's going to be in life. Sometimes people just dislike you for whatever reason. They don't need a real reason to dislike you or not like you, and that's fine. As long as they, respect their boundaries with you, let them go ahead and do what you got to do. But if, you got an issue with them, tell them when you have the chance. Like Katt Williams told Michael Blackson. Don't wait until, you get on a Dusty comedy tour that you had to post on your Instagram because nobody know you was up there doing anything, and then do that. Because that, my friend, seems a little lame. So, guys.
All right. So let me say this much. I think looking to be accepted and looking for friends, that's more of a young people thing, like when you're in high school or elementary school. But as you get older, it's so much easier to let go of people or just get people to, respect me as a human being. This is who I am. Otherwise, keep it moving. And yeah, the easiest way of doing that is just putting your thoughts out there, letting them know. As a matter of fact, as a friend, I'm letting you know. It's the best thing that I'm doing for anybody. Just being honest with them, not being a fake friend. So Katt Williams being honest with Michael Blackson, that helped both of them. It helped Katt Williams and it helped Michael Blackson. And in the business that they're in, comedy, it helped provide material. But if you got in this long in the video, you're still watching, go ahead and click on that subscribe button, click on that like, and help the channel grow. All right. Thank you so much for sticking around. And I'll see you guys in the next video. All right. Those are my thoughts. Another one bites the dust. Katt Williams coming at comedians and just taking people's heads off. He did a great job. It was a fun comedy. If you haven't seen it, Go check it out. All right. Peace.